Welcome back, tribe. I have one from Modern Dating here. She reached out to the nice guy she rejected 8 years ago. Yeah, looking for a lifeline.
You know what's worse than Sunday scaries? Saturday scaries. I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years. Literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him. Like, you know, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy. Yeah, no. This is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, I said Leah, haha. And then I said bars. And then when I sent bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then he unblocked me and said, what's up? This is random. And I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again.
Dude, girls have the worst game imaginable. Damn, didn't know we couldn't talk after 8 years of ghosting you and getting pumped and dumped. It's like where that nice guy's like, damn, didn't know your man doesn't allow you to have friends. You know, somebody's trying to move in on your chick. That's what they do. Oh my God, your man doesn't let you have guy friends? What is he, insecure? Come on, man. This dude is probably either already married, has a nicer piece on his arm that's not 28 years old, not trying to deal with this, and this is probably going to look, wow, let me just play. She said, I think you're going to be a weirdo down there, but I was going to say, is he just going to go for the easy layup and just tell her, come over, hookah and chill?
I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again. My bad. He was like, I have a wife and kids now.
There you go.
Plot twist, my bad. He said, think you're a weirdo. I said, right back at ya. And then the conversation just ended and honestly woke up mortified. Simply mortified. So please stitch this with any other stories that you have that are similar or worse than this, so it makes me feel better about my...
She really thought he would be there waiting for her
Wow.
8 years later? Really? This is unbelievable.
No, it's very believable. See, women live in like a delusional world these days because we coddle them as a whole in society so that they think there's no repercussions for all the, decisions they make in their 20s, like trying to text the dude from 8 years ago when you're 28 and you're feeling lonely and all your girlfriends are getting married or have husbands already with kids, have an entire life going for them. And now you're feeling alone. Now the whole Sex in the City, strong, independent, boss-based stuff is starting to dry up. You're at 30, people are settling down, having families, being adults, and you're left behind, and now you feel bad. So you try to throw this fucking Hail Mary at this one dude from 8 years ago that was probably a good dude to be married to because you thought of him, but you left him for some bad boy with a whole sleeve tattoo. You left him for the moron with like felonies, the asshole that doesn't text you back on time. You wanted the tingles, and the tingles got you loneliness. You could have had Mr. Nathan here, I believe his name was. You could have had Mr. Nathan, and you could have been the wife with the kids, and you would have been a kept woman and would have been taken care of. But you chased the feels, and now you deal with the reals. Unfortunate. Cat and loneliness. Those are the reals you're staring down. They do it to themselves, man.
I always delete women from my contacts for life when they break up with me. People always laughed at me for how hard about it I am. She made the choice. That's fine. I'm just enforcing her decision. It's worked out well for me. When women want to settle down with a good guy, they go through their list of men they've friend-zoned, hoping to get a man to settle down with. Nothing to do with love, of course. Every cell in the human body is replaced within 7 years, and yet she thought some part of him still wanted to catch up. Time for her to start collecting the neighborhood stray cats. The phrase, hey stranger, is supposed to be used ironically. In her case, she actually was a stranger who meant nothing to the man. Clueless. LOL. It sounds like the guy wasn't even an ex-boyfriend. Seems like they just hooked up once or twice and then never spoke again. And she thought 8 years later he would still be around waiting for her? Like he didn't do anything with his life, but wait for her to hit him up again?
He literally tended to every single thing that I asked for and I needed. Every little detail
Really?
he picked up on. And that made me want him really bad. I was like, damn, like he pays attention.
Did you
Like
smash?
he really pays attention to every little thing.
Chris asked, did you smash?
I didn't.
You
No.
All right. And I guarantee there's guys that didn't pay attention to anything you do, and they fuck. So anyway,
In the long term, I would be more interested in the man that tried harder.
fantastic.
Long term.
But guess what? He's not going to get that long-term chance, and he did everything right.
In a few years,
And that's what's sad about the game when you start becoming successful and you notice that the worse you act with women, the more of an asshole you are, the less you care. It's like opposite of what you're told. You're told to be good, a nice, respecting gentleman, take care of them, open the door, nice dinners, compliment them. All the shit that they've told you when you grow up is the complete opposite of what you have to do to get a woman to be attracted to you. The game is so messed up and cold. When you really start to learn, it's like when I was in college and I started dating around a lot and was into hookup culture a lot and just starting to test around because, abundance mentality, you're surrounded by women, you're on a college campus, you're going out, you're partying at nightclubs, whatever. So you're surrounded by women. Start testing some of these things out live and get to experience this stuff. The more of an asshole you are, the less you care, the more you dog them, like talk shit to them, make fun of their makeup or their dress. It's so stupid that it works. It's so stupid, bro. It makes you so disgusted. Like, in a way, it's like manipulation. It's like, you don't see that I'm running game on you. You don't see that I'm treating you bad on purpose because you're too stupid to realize that you're being gamed, that this isn't even love, that this isn't real interest. This is me feigning it. I'm pretending to be this because you're dumb enough to respond to it. This isn't even genuine attraction. I have to act like I don't like you in order to get you. I have to act like I'm an asshole. I have to do all these things just so you notice me, because if I do all the right things I've been taught to do, if I do everything correctly, if I try to put you on an even pedestal with me, show you respect, 50-50 equality in the relationship, all the bullshit that gets drilled down our heads, you dry up and ghost me. Why? Why does it have to be that way? Well, when you learn female nature, you understand why. Because 9 out of the 10 guys that hit her up all do the same shit. You are invisible. They don't care about a guy that tells them she's beautiful, she looks great, buys her flowers, does all this stupid shit, because 9 out of 10 guys do it. She never appreciates it. But that one guy out of 10 that doesn't even seem interested in her is the fish she can't catch. That's the guy that's elusive. Why isn't he paying attention to me like the other guys? Why doesn't he show interest as much as everybody else? Why is he blowing me off? Why does he act like I'm not attractive? And then all of a sudden, boom, it sparks that interest because I'm going to show him I am worthy of his attention. I should be getting love and affection from this guy. That's just how it works. You don't realize this because as a man, when you're living life day to day, you're invisible, bro. For the most part, nobody's complimenting you. Nobody cares about your well-being. Nobody's hitting you up. You don't have a constant stream of attention from the opposite sex. You don't have a baseline to compare to of what it's like to have people constantly wanting to get something out of you sexually. So you can't appreciate it the way a woman would appreciate being ignored, because that's so different from the norm. See, a man wants the opposite. He wants a woman to finally pay attention to him, to show him love, appreciation, affection, all that, because nobody does. That's the difference. Our baselines are completely different. We have to go out, hunt, and get and attract. They have to just sit back, pick and choose. And she wants to choose the one that doesn't want to pick her.
Yeah, deep down chicks love a man that gives them zero attention. Nice guys finish last, always. So the guy who cared for you, you decided not to reward him? But guys who don't care at all about you, will you give up your prize easily to them? After she hits the wall and realizes she has to compete with women younger and more beautiful, her whole attitude is gonna change. Good guys finish last with women. It's up to the women if they want to change this narrative. Moral of the story, don't try too hard. Don't put in too much effort if you're not appreciated.
Fighting for his life.
He is in the friend zone for sure. I don't know why some guys place themselves in this position. We all agree that Chad and Tyrone would never do that, and this is why they get the best of them.
Help that man.
Guys, stop overdoing things. You don't have to.
Bro, what the hell is going on down here, by the way? I swear to you, man, the average level of hotness coming back to the United States. I'm here for the holidays, and it's my birthday. It was on December 5th. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, me. But coming back here, dude, an average, I don't even want to say too much before we get banned. Let's just say the concentration of attractive, beautiful women in Eastern Europe walking about day to day on average is on another planet compared to the United States. You would be okay approaching any random chick at a coffee shop, at a cafe, and thinking you came home with a dime, that you scored big time, jackpot. It's like a kid in a candy store when you're out there and just looking out and about. I don't even talk about the nightclubs where obviously everybody's dressed up to the nines, or the 5-star restaurants, and everybody's looking on point. That's just walking around day to day on average.
To do that, she is literally dancing and leaning back while on his shoulder, and this is the man she will call boring. This guy will be able to skip leg day for a long time. I wonder what is stronger, their relationship or his neck. How dare she lean back? He got the whole world on his shoulders. Bro is deadlifting in a party. He can skip leg day for sure. Friend zone. Bro be doing one of the 12 labors of Hercules. He's living the dream.
Oh, I saw this. I've seen this too. It's so bad. At least he's still going.
Do you think that the cowboy guy would get a band to sing for her? We all know the answer to that question. Remember,
this is what happens when the peace sleeve runs your life, dude. That guy, come on, man. There's no self-respect there. He's a simp level maximum. You can tell, like, he's willing to sing for a chick and try to serenade her. She already tells him no, go home. He thinks he's gonna convince her otherwise. Then you got cowboy hat dude just rolls up in there, grabs his girl, holds on to her while they both look at the idiocy, and he's standing there crying in public. And everybody's, well, the homies are recording it because he probably convinced them and was like, hey, boys, I'm going to serenade this chick and win her back. Let's put this shit on the gram. We're about to go viral. He did go viral for all the wrong reasons.
Make sure you don't overdo things. Also, we must know when to quit and when to let it go. He paid for the band. He might as well finish it. Better now than later, and committed. His friend kept filming because he told him already about her. This is sad and funny AF at the same time. When she comes out and gives you the sign to stop, you had a chance before, but now you don't. Nice guys finish last. That new dude ain't spending as much money, time, or showing her as much interest. Don't fall in love.
I have a question.
Why
tears. Is it that nobody treats you better than the guy you don't want to be with? Okay.
Because he only want to get your attention. It's not forever, it's temporary. Because we have been hurt by the bad ones and we don't see the good ones anymore. Having the same problem. You're asking the wrong way. Say why a woman doesn't like the guy who treats her well. Because she likes the bad guys. That's the answer. Until you start to like him, he changes. Because in reality, you don't want to be treated like a queen, and nice guys always finish last.
Good boys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
Bad boys.
What made you not want him?
I thought he was too nice. Most girls won't admit this, but for your sake, I will. I hate nice guys.
There is a fine line between being a nice guy and a good man. The typical nice guy exhibits primarily feminine traits, and he desires nothing about being accepted by others. He is a people pleaser, submissive, willing to sacrifice his self-respect, even at the expense of right and wrong, so long as he wins approval. He is mistaken for being virtuous, when he is simply as harmless as a mouse. Now the good man portrays virility. He is capable of being both compassionate and critical towards others when either is most necessary, even to his loved ones. Merciful when he can be, and just when he must be. He is not concerned with being praised by the masses, but instead prioritizes living an honorable and noble life. He does not kowtow to anything beneath righteousness, including the seductive powers of a woman. He is mistaken for being heartless by the weakest of society, when he is in fact the very thing which keeps civilization from collapsing into hellish chaos. Be a good man.
Preach. I've always said nice guys always have ulterior motives, so they're disgusting to everybody, including other men, because they can see right through it. And women will just string them along to use them, but always just be well-mannered. That's what I've always said way back in the days. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a nice guy. I'm just well-mannered. That's it. And if people want to mistake that for a weakness, that's their problem. But always have a spine. Don't let anybody walk all over you. You have your boundaries. Hold them strong and don't break for nobody. Always try to align mind, body, and spirit. Chase after your ultimate purpose in life whenever you find it. And if you haven't, keep searching. But that's essentially the gist of what it means to be a man in the world today, amongst all the other things this dude listed, being the pillar of the community, the family, your friends, etc. But don't believe in the Disney fairy tale of the nice guy finishes last. If you're a good little boy, if you bend over and let her run the household, all this stuff that they're pushing down our young boys' throats is going to lead them into failed relationships and a life of loneliness. Nobody respects a nice guy. Nobody respects a feminine man. And you're not going to change this anytime soon, no matter what the culture tells you. This is ingrained in us biologically. You're not winding that back.
They always complain about guys breaking their hearts and guys don't treat them right. I wonder why. So they want bad guys, and later they even complain about being cheated and blame that all men are the same. One question to all girls: what if you get a bad boy for a lifetime as your life partner? Will you survive?
Yeah, they'll be exceptionally happy. They'll be in bliss for the rest of their life. They finally tamed the wild stallion. That's what it is in their eyes. Because that guy didn't give them attention. He probably doesn't give much attention and affection to most women. He probably uses them. She knows that because he has a harem of chicks that are chasing after him. And she feels like she won. She's the prize because he picked her out of all those other women she was competing against. She feels like she's better than the women. That's what it is. In her mind, she stands above that hierarchy. That she got picked, the single one out of the hundreds, the thousands of women that this guy had or has chasing him. She was the one that tamed the stallion and put a ring on his finger. That's what it is. That's all it is. And when you understand that, you learn to play the game properly. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Hey everyone, if you have a minute, please head over to legionofmen.store and grab yourself some cool merch as well. We have a bunch of limited edition designs, brand new stuff on the way, and all the proceeds go to supporting the channel. We don't want to be sponsored by corporations where we have to submit videos for review, have our speech impeded, or push any products that we don't use. So thank you so much to everybody that goes into the shop. Again, it's legionofmen.store. I'll put it up here for you guys. First time customers get a 10% off, and we have a bunch of great designs by artists from the community that watch the channel and support. They get proceeds as well, a percentage of everything that gets sold. So community funded through and through. Again, appreciate you guys.